Good morning, guys. So Saturday morning, the day before the swap meet over in Anaheim, we're loaded up, ready to go. I hope you guys that are a local or even close by come to the show. It'd be fun to meet you. Come by, say hi. For right now, let's go over the 912. It's all ready to go to paint, and let's check it out. So there it is, all ready to go to paint. Couple things we still need to do is remove the antenna. The antenna will be removed when they take the doors off at the paint shop. You got to get in there. It's easier to do with the door off, and the gas door. The gas door will need to come off also. But there it is. It's all stripped down, and there was really no surprises on it. I'll show you a few things on the bumper assemblies, the rubber bellows, that kind of stuff. The hardware was rusted and a lot of it broke, but we're going to replace those bellows anyways. Doors are completely apart, regulators out, all the strikers, everything's out. So when they do get painted, everything will come out real nice. The door jambs, they'll go through there, and there's a kid over there that removes these at the paint shop. He did a beautiful job on the last one he did. I'm going to ask him if he can do that one, and then we will mask this VIN number off really nice. That's kind of the plan. So the doors checks are really tight because there's no weight in that door. So anyhow, these are my paint rollers, which are just cookie cutters. The torsion bar covers, those broke. Usually you just put new ones anyways, so I will give him a set of those to paint. The deck lid, everything else is okay. I got the reflectors off. Engine's out, everything's cool. As you can see, the 912 has the pocket for the ECU there, and it's got the bracket there for the air cleaner, and that's the bracket there also, and then the blower bracket up on top. That's what's different in here than the 911, but you can see the 911 mounts are still there. So this will come out really nice and clean. So there you go. Again, it's going to be the original color. It's pretty wild, but this thing, I mean, literally, when we're disassembling it, the paint's just literally, I mean, popping off. So this is going to be down to metal. Miguel over at the Moises Auto Body will do a beautiful job on this paint. Of course, he's going to take it all the way down, and you can see it's literally just lifting right off. So anyhow, he'll get all that taken care of. I will be removing these also. This way they can get the paint underneath them. Those will come out. It will not drop because, as you know, it's got a bracket right here that holds it in, so it'll loosen it up, but it won't come out, and we'll knock those off. These always break when you take them off there, so those got to get replaced. Other than that, it's all straightforward. Same thing with this door, completely taken apart. So that'll go back together real clean, and all the hardware, nothing. We won't have over spray paint on everything. There you go. So here's the bumpers. The bumpers came apart good. Unfortunately, the bumperettes, bolts broke, but they were pretty bad anyway, so those are going to get replaced. All the bellows, most of the hardware just broke off, which is kind of normal for these things when they get into an area that's got some weather. So, and there you go. Okay, so the front valance, this here has got some work on it. I'm going to show it to Miguel and see if they can straighten it out, because this one has no holes for fog lights, as you can see. So we'll address that and go from there. So there you go. Everything's ready to rock and roll here. Trunk area. He's going to shoot the inside here also. So we'll take the spare out, keep the spare here. The fuel tank we're going to replace when we go back to rebuild it. So there's a few little things to do still. I got to get the vent off of that area there. So we'll take care of all that. And the wheels will go out. Like I said, the alloys are going to go out 14 by 5.5. So those are going to go out to Peter. And I think he's in Ontario. Anyhow, that's where those are going. So we'll get those rebuilt. The tail lights, assemblies, I'm debating on replacing them or not. They got a lot of dirt on them, the back side of them, and then they got pretty set in moisture for a while, so they're kind of beat up. Might get those new. So anyhow, so that is the 912E, and we're going to take this to the body shop, and we'll shoot a video at the body shop when they get it cut down in metal, and then when they get the first prime on it, and go from there. He's done some really beautiful cars for me, and I've got cars that he's painted out for at least 10, 12 years that are still looking really nice. And like as you can see on this one, it's got to go to metal because you put any paint on it the way without going down to metal, it's not going to adhere well. So he'll take care of all that. So that's the 912E. And I'm sure you want to see the engine and trans we took out. I'll go take you to the garage, and I will show you that. Let's go check it out. All right, now there's the drivetrain for the 912E. You see it's got an aftermarket Monza exhaust. I remember back in the day, the Monza exhaust was very popular. And it's hung in there. It's really hung in there. It's in very decent condition, which is kind of cool. But you can see how big this whole assembly is. I mean, the exhaust is on there. I mean, this is complete takeout, ready to go back in. I mean, this is what it would look like if you were to put it right back in. You can see the trans. Like we talked about, the trans is a little different. It's different. On the outside, it's got some 901 gears in the inside of it. It is specially made for the 912E. So that's it. And then this is a 2-liter. I've got everything on one kind of package here. The airflow meter I put aside and in a bag and wrapped it up and put that away. It's important not to bounce around. So there's ECU still tacked on the wiring. So that'll go back in once it comes back. We'll do some cleanup on this, and that's what we got for the 912E. Oh, it'll be really exciting to come when that car comes back, all painted up and set up. So anyhow, and we got Gary's car, the 66, is very close. This one, I'll do another video on it, a video on everything, but you can see we're getting ready to start it. We got a few things to put on it. Let me actually, we just did the doors. The doors are all done now. Look at this. There's the interior on the doors. You can see the interior kind of on the seats. And this the beautiful dash. I still got to finish the steering wheel, but this pad here, I had this made about 10 years ago. I put it in my cars that I'm building so that I don't mess up the original flooring. So anyhow, so that's the car. Look at here, we show you this side. And we got all the plugs on all the holes for the door frames. And there you go. You can see Geraldo did a beautiful job. And this is all leather. Everything is leather, which is really nice. We got the glove box. We've got new keys with the glove box lock. And I've got put the rear mirror in. So like I said, a few little things, and we'll start driving this around. Oh, listen to that. Very nice. You got our headlights in. I built up a set of headlights for it. They came out really nice. I'm very happy with them. I painted the insides in a little bit of a light gray. Actually, it's primer with clear coat on it. That's the color of the inside the light, which I like. I like that really. It's pretty close to original color there. So anyway, so that one is going to be coming off the rack real soon. And I wanted to show you, we did get our t-shirts all done. I did a few runs of the girls' t-shirts for Leah. She had those. They're like a V-neck, and those are our shirts. So these if you want to buy these, $25. I'll send you one that'll cover the postage, and I'll send you one, and you can use the phone number and pay through PayPal or Zelle. Just if you do it through Zelle, I'm going to need your address. Either way, they're very cool. I love the material. Like I said, they're very thin. They're very light. They didn't shrink very much. These are all pre-shrunk already. I've already washed them a few times. They're nice. And I'd like to thank Christopher King. He bought a few of them already, and those are on the way to him now. And we're going to be at the show on Saturday. On Sunday. We're going to leave tonight for that show on Sunday at EMPI over in Anaheim, which is the address is on the internet. You can get the address from EMPI. It's on Orange Throw, and that should be a really good time. So anyhow, if you do want our shirts, just use the phone number, pay through there, and we'll send them right out to you. Meanwhile, I got an 88 Targa that came in, was not running, needed a fuel pump. So we got the fuel pump in there. I did get it running. Now, something different or just a little experience on these Porsches, even when you took the key out of the dash, the battery light would stay on. So the battery light stays on all the time, so it drains the battery. What it is a diode is bad in the alternator, and that causes the light to stay on the dash even when you take the keys out. So that light will stay on. It goes out when it's running, but as soon as you pull the key out, it stays on. So that's just a little tip on these 3.2 cars. So the alternator is out, but when I pulled the alternator out, the ground wire was a little, it was burnt up. And fortunately, it didn't melt into the hot wire, or else that would have not been good. So I've got a new alternator coming, and then also we're gonna do the fuel filter, and then also the bushings. I got the bushings here for the shifter. We're gonna do that. The bushings, there is no bushings in there now. They're completely gone. When you move the shifter, you can hear it making metal noise from side to side. Watch, I'll show you really quick, actually. Listen to this. Okay. It's asking me for more light, but listen to this. See? Hear that? Metal. So there's nothing in there. So that shifter is not going to hit. It's probably barely hitting the gears. So we're going to go ahead and change that out, set that up there, and get this car back on the road. And this is a local car, which is cool. And that we've already got the motor running. It sounds really good. A little bit of smoke from sitting. It cleared up already. We'll go in there, like I said, put a new fuel filter in there, and this will be ready to rock and roll. And this is a really nice little car. It's it's got the factory spoilers, the front and the rear, which was a package, and you can see it's the real deal there. Look at that. Yep. So that's a neat thing. Anyhow, oh, you know what? Matter of fact, let me show you the trailer where we got loaded. We're all loaded up for the swap meet. Check it out. There we go. So this is what we got going over there. We got some calipers. All right. Yeah. I got a ZF limited slip factory. this is not a wave track. It's original Porsche one, just in the wave track box. But that guy there is completely rebuilt by Sean over at California Motorsports. He set it up for 80%, ready to go. We're going to bring that out for sale. That's really exciting. That's for 915. 356 front and rear drums, assemblies with the brakes and everything. Somebody did a conversion. There's the rear. I got a 68 911 case, which is pretty rare, 1 year only. Ran the numbers on that. That's what it is. I got some CIS injections for parts. Got a lot of wheels, a lot of 16 7s, 16 8s. I got a 6 14 by 5.5s ready to go. And I've got my boxes for all my regular swap meet stuff. I got a couple 356 luggage racks, and I've got a crossbar for the trunk area there. I've got a Carrera engine mount for the cabriolets, and I brought my radio. That's a speaker box for the back deck on a coupe or a Targa, I guess it would fit, and just a panel, and I got a turbo off of something. I don't even know what that's up, but I got a lot of exhaust. The exhaust I've got this is all about the best stuff I got that's used. So we got that to go there. A couple of old, just different various mufflers and stuff like that. So anyhow, so that's what we got going on. I got, this is kind of cool. This is a 912 cover that's been modified for the external oil pump. That's kind of a neat piece. So there you go. Anyhow, that's what we got going on. So we'll see you Sunday. If you get a chance, stop by our booth. We'll be there hanging out. I have a shade cover. I don't think we're going to have a problem with rain this time. We've done this show with rain, which is not cool, but it's still fun. It's just a fun day. If you're not looking for parts, just go. There's a lot of cars there. It's a really good time. And I have not been to the EMPI swap meet event yet. This will be our first one. We didn't go last year. So hopefully you guys come out and say hi. We'll have shirts there at the show. And you guys can, meet my crew. Kevin's coming out. Elijah's coming out. My buddy Mike, which we've been doing Porsche stuff for years. Mike will be there. A lot of guys know Mike. He runs around like a madman trying to find parts that we're looking for at the show. And Leah will be there. She's got a ton of keychains, a lot of cool factory keychains that she's got. She's going to be selling those. And we really actually go there and get to see everybody again. It used to be it is an annual show, but through COVID and all that, we missed a few years. So it's going to be kind of a reunion show. So anyways, all right, guys, Bill will be there. I mean, all the guys are going to be there. It's going to be a fun day. So anyhow, all right, we will catch you there. Bye, guys.